YouTube, it's your boy Yella back again. Little update video on the iPhone 12 mini. I'm getting close to 24 hours in. I've got some thoughts already. As you can tell from the title, battery anxiety. All right. So if you are familiar or not familiar with the iPhones, when an iPhone is fully charged, it's at 100%. If you watch closely to the things that you're doing, and I kind of have the same routine every day when I get up and I'm actually interacting with my phone, I check a lot of social media, check my emails and different things, check ESPN, catching up on the latest sports and the scores and whatnot. The iPhone typically stays at 100% for a really long time compared to Android. And I know we can debate that below of why that is and what Apple does and all the black magic and blah, blah, blah. But that's kind of how I gauge the battery life on different iPhones. So I've been using the iPhone 12 for a while. And I can tell you that when it's fully charged, it's at 100%. I can typically get almost a full hour of use before I see it drop to 99%. With this iPhone mini, and granted, I've been using this one for a while now, a couple weeks for the iPhone 12. With the iPhone 12 mini, I noticed right away that I only got about 18 minutes or so before it dropped from 100% down to 99%. Comparing it to when I had the iPhone SE 2, that battery eventually got to the point where I could use it, from 100% to 99%. I would usually get about 30 minutes or so, which I thought was pretty good. It was kind of an all-day phone, but borderline, depending on what you were doing. So I can already tell that it'll be hard for me to go from the 12 to the mini, just based on the battery. Because if you're anything like me, I don't want to worry about having to plug my phone up during the day. That's not what it is. During the pandemic, I guess you could argue that you're going to be home all day anyway, so you can just throw it on the charger or use the wireless charging, whatever the case. But I just like to have my phone charged up overnight. I start the day at 100%, and usually when I end the day, I still have a good 50-60% left. And that just makes me feel comfortable. So I know everybody's different. That's just my experience. All right. Now, a couple other things with the mini. I tested out my favorite games that you guys know about, which is the DH5 and the NBA 2K20. I did notice the battery drained a lot quicker as compared to the 12. So gaming, if you plan on gaming, I would say go with the 12. Do not get the mini, because I also noticed that this phone heated up pretty quickly with the gaming as opposed to the 12. There was nothing noticeable about the phone heating up on the 12 when I was gaming, but I could tell right away from the mini. So those are a couple of concerns I already have. Outside of that, some pros to having the mini. The one-handed use, definitely a lot easier. Responding text a lot faster. One of the biggest things for me is when I use Apple Music and I'm, like in the car, if I'm at a stoplight and I want to change to a different album or something like that. I definitely don't recommend you guys text and drive, obviously, but if you're at a complete stop, and I know everybody in the world does it, if you want to change your music, I don't want to have to fumble around trying to reach up, scroll down from the top to put in a search. With this smaller device, it is so much easier to do your search. Like you click your search and boom, you're right there. And then you can just type in whatever. With this one, it's not impossible, but it's definitely a little more cumbersome to get way up here with one hand to accurately get into that box and then start typing in whatever you want to listen to. So those are just a couple of things to keep in mind. The mini is sharper. I know it's got better pixel density. you can tell if they're side by side, which I have. So I've been, paying attention to like the different wallpapers, switching those out, and the mini screen seems punchier, with the colors and whatnot. The picture quality seems a lot sharper when comparing to the 12. So if that's something that's really important to you, then you can be rest assured that the mini is going to have the sharper image of the two. So same panels on here, but with the smaller display, it's going to be sharper. So those are a couple of advantages of having the mini. Outside of that, build quality and everything is the exact same. They both feel great in the hand. So for me, if I have to recommend one or the other, if you're going to do gaming, go with the 12. If gaming is not important, if battery life isn't that important to you, but you'd much rather have just the form factor, then go with the mini. Also, it could be just my imagination, but I feel like the speakers are better on the 12 than on the mini. So to me, the sound quality a little deeper, not really bass, but like a deeper voice situation. Just watching YouTube on both of these, I prefer the 12. So there you have it. Those are my comparisons to the two things that I've noticed. Some pros, some cons. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your experience is. Hopefully I helped somebody out today. But if not, hopefully you were entertained. The clash of the iPhones. So boring. All right, it's your boy Yellow. I'm out. Peace.